Are you looking for the best gaming laptops under $1,200? In this video we will look at some of the best gaming laptops under $1,200 on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Acer Predator Helios 300PH315. Reading through the spec sheet for the Helios 300, it feels too good to be true. 14-core 12th generation Core i7 processor, RTX 3060, 16GB of DDR5, paired with a fast 1080p 165Hz refresh rate screen, you should be in gaming nirvana. Also, it's worth noting that the IPS LCD panel has NVIDIA G-Sync, so you'll never see any screen tearing no matter how many FPS you throw at it. The only real gripe anyone could have is the 6GB of VRAM that all mobile RTX 3060s are paired with. This really leaves you stuck in 1080p land, with occasional visits to the world of 1440p if you connect an external display. However, thanks to DLSS technology, many current and perhaps most upcoming games may more easily hit those higher resolutions without hammering the VRAM quite as hard. As for the design of the Helios 300, we think it's absolutely killer, although this is up to personal taste. It immediately lets you know this is a gaming laptop, but doesn't quite scream it at the top of its lungs. Honestly, this looks like a high-end $3,000 gaming laptop, and only the specs would tell you otherwise. It's our top pick for the best gaming laptop under $1,200. Number 2. ASUS TUF Dash 15. One common reason people want a gaming laptop is to take it with them wherever they go. This could be away to college, during military service, or working far away from home for extended periods. That's the specialty of the ASUS TUF laptop line. The Dash 15, in particular, is rated according to the MIL STD810H standard for drops, vibration, humidity resistance, and overall toughness. While we wouldn't want to go as far as calling this a proper ruggedized laptop, if you're someone who likes to travel and game wherever you happen to be sleeping over, the Dash 15 is a great choice. Of course, we wouldn't recommend this machine if the rest of the specs didn't meet our standards. The Intel Core i7-12650H is an interesting option, since it has fewer cores than the 12700H seen in so many gaming laptops, but the core cut has not been to the 6 primary performance cores, so gaming performance should be unaffected. This is also another system sporting the new DDR5 memory standard, which is amazing at this price point, and the RTX 3060 means you'll enjoy high to max settings on the FHD 144Hz display. That's why we think this is the best laptop for travel that involves gaming. Also, as a nice bonus, this laptop has Thunderbolt 4 over USB-C, which opens up the possibility of using an external GPU with it. Number 3. ASUS ROG STRIX G15. This is not the latest version of the G15 at the time of writing, but that laptop is well over our budget. So instead we can take advantage of the nice discount being slightly older brings to this G15. This is the only AMD Ryzen laptop on this list. But don't let that deter you. The Ryzen 7 4800H has more than enough grunt for 1080p gaming and is paired with an RTX 3060. High frame rates should not be hard to find. While you're not getting the same CPU performance as the other slightly more expensive laptops on this list, in real-world gaming terms you'll be hard-pressed to notice the difference. What you do get is the amazing styling of the G15. ASUS has long shown us its amazing flair with its ROG, Republic of Gamers, products. We think the G15 looks stunning, and its use of RGB is both tasteful but still fun, while you can get a little more oomph for your money by spending slightly more. If our $1,200 budget is an absolute limit for you, then this G15 comes in comfortably under that number and leaves you enough change to buy a very nice gaming mouse. Number 4. Acer Nitro 5AN 515/58/527S. This is some of the best value we've seen for the money. With an RTX 3060 under the hood, this system is knocking on the door of the PS5, and will easily surpass it when technologies like DLSS or ray tracing are considered. The only caveat here is that you only get 6 GB of RAM, which means 4K and in some cases even 1440p may be out of reach. However, since this laptop has a 1080p 144Hz refresh rate screen, you can divert all that power towards pushing as many frames as possible, while keeping your settings high. Everything else is right up to date for a modern gaming system looking to play next-gen games, with a 12th generation Intel Core i5 CPU with 12 cores, 4 of which are fast high-performance units that can hit 4.5 GHz. You get 16 GB DDR4 3200 RAM, and a Gen 4 512 GB SSD. You can add another PCIe drive and a 2.5 drive without removing anything. If you'd like, it's possible to swap out the 16 GB of RAM for up to 32 GB. The main weakness of this laptop is its screen brightness, which could be a little better. It's also a little bulky, but that's what makes its performance possible, with a great cooling system and decent power levels for the components. Battery life isn't amazing, but still decent for non-gaming day-to-day use, and with newer games featuring DLSS technology, you'll get more out of this system as time goes on. On average, we take the Helios 300 over the Acer Nitro 5, but there's something to be said for the Nitro's more understated design, and overall their relative performances in games will be quite similar.